The 49ers this week, they play the Rams, who had a very surprising performance in week 1 when they traveled over to Seattle. I for one was very shocked. Well, actually, I can't say I was shocked because on paper, if you actually look at the Rams on paper, they're not a bad team. I think they just had one too many injuries last season, and their record wasn't who I think they actually are. Um, so I can't really say I'm too shocked, but to come into Seattle and beat them 30-13 week 1, I think is huge. And it's unfortunate for Gino, who just signed that deal. So hopefully Gino can bounce back week 2 uh when they play the Lions, but I highly doubt that. So it's looking like a 0-2 start for the newly signed Gino. So, we'll see what
I
happens
don't
in
think they, I don't
Seattle,
think
but
they beat the Lions. I don't think they do. I don't think so.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't think I don't think they beat the Lions. I really don't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be an unfortunate 0-2 start, and week 3 they play Carolina, so and they're at home, so I think week 3 they can finally start getting things back on track, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But it's unfortunate. But the Rams, man, they put on week 1, and now they have to play the big boys and Brock Purdy and the 49ers. So it's gonna be a good show. How y'all feel about the Rams though? Week 1 beating up on Seattle.
Like you said, surprising. I agree. I didn't expect that. I mean, the way they ended their preseason, just the attitude around the game, just trying to not really caring about it. Not that I think the team doesn't care, but I mean, looking at the running back situation, I'm like, there's no way they beat Seattle. Seattle can just run this ball all day, and they're gonna have to pass a million times to try to catch up. But it was the other way around. They ran the ball quite effectively, passed the ball quite effectively too, without Cooper Kupp. I think Tutu Atwell and I believe he's a rookie. Cannot even pronounce his name, but for those of you that play fantasy, I'm sure you're familiar.
Uka Nakua or Nika.
Yeah, I didn't even want to try that.
Nakua. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the star.
We're gonna
That,
practice sounding things out.
I
Nacia.
believe he had double-digit targets in that game, so it looks like he's really filling in that Cooper Kupp role for Stafford. No touchdowns from Stafford, but just a lot of production through the air, over 300 yards. Definitely something that I think folks were not anticipating, but good for them. Good for them. I mean, to come to Seattle and beat them and their fans is pretty tough. Gino did not play good, played like crap. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean it was. I mean they're former Super Bowl champions. Aaron Donald is still out there, so and Matthew
So is
Stafford is
Jalen.
never.
Oh no, he's not. I'm sorry, he
No,
got
yeah,
traded.
he's off the
You're
field
right.
right now.
He's
Yeah,
he's
and he's in Miami
he's
somewhere.
in
So
Miami. You're right.
he's in Miami with Tyreek and them running 40-yard sprints and all that jazz. Well, he's hurt right now, but he's not doing that. So anyway, but I mean, the Rams, it was only a matter of time. They had a down year. That's pretty much what that boils down to. It was just a down year. Matthew Stafford looked like Matthew Stafford of old, very efficient. Cam Akers and Kyron Williams, you
Yeah.
know, 2 TDs. Well, they both had 3 TDs in total. So, you know, NFC West, who's that? Rams, Seattle. Who's the big boy out there?
The defensive tackle, the nose tackle, Aaron
No,
Donald.
I'm sorry, San Francisco. I'm talking about different teams.
Uh,
San
Oh,
Francisco,
and the
and who's the
Cardinals.
fourth team out there? Yeah, there we go.
okay.
Yeah, I
They don't
mean,
matter though.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the Rams and 49ers. I mean, 49ers are obviously the big brother in the NFL right now, the way the Philadelphia Eagles are playing right now. So, but I mean, again, what Trev said, good, good for you guys, man. Congratulations. Congratulations, Aaron Donald. You turned Geno Smith into a meme when you're in charge at him full speed. Geno goes, "Oh my God," and throws the ball away. So
Hot Mike. Yeah.
yeah, we love a good hot mic.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But speaking about hot things, where there's a hot rivalry over with the Packers and Bears that still heats up every year. And the Packers, man, they steady on their winning ways, no matter who's at quarterback. It looks like now. Jordan Love stepped in, did what he needed to do, and I mean, what did he throw? 3 touchdown passes. I mean, he learned from the best. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I think this is kind of like the thing in Green Bay. You know, Aaron Rodgers learned from Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers was a little upset, and he had to bide his time. And then Super Bowl later, again, successful recovery to Aaron Rodgers. It's probably the same thing. I don't think Jordan Love was upset about it because we all know Aaron Rodgers, arguably the most skilled quarterback we've seen with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes. That's a wonderful group to be, consider your colleagues and guys you hang out with when it comes to at the end of the day when it's all said and done. So I'm not going to say Jordan Love his trajectory is that, but he looked good. He looked excellent against Chicago. And Green Bay is always going to bully Chicago, so he carried on with the trend. I wish Jordan Love the best of luck out there. He still got Aaron Jones and
Dylan,
AJ Dillon out there for
Watson,
protection.
got Watson still when he comes back healthy.
Yeah, so I mean, he's still got a slew of weapons. So I wish that young brother the best of luck as long as he doesn't beat Dallas. That's all I care about. We can't have that trend. We can't have that continue. We cannot have that continue at all. That has got to come to an end.
Yeah,
Sam, I see you shaking your head. What's up, man?
No comment. I'm off. I know the same. Not on that topic. Just leave that alone. I'm waiting for my favorite topic. It's coming soon.
Is it the slow start for the Eagles? Because they weren't looking too good about who? Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, he was out there. Mac Jones was he was trying to dial one up at the end of the game. I thought he might do it to him. Thought
Mac
he
Jones,
might.
All pro quarterback out there against the Philadelphia Eagles defense, man.
You said who?
You look like an all pro quarterback, man.
I know who we
I know,
talking about.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not.
How many years has Mac Jones been here? How many years has Mac Jones been there?
Was number 3?
3 probably.
Is this 3 or 2?
I think this is 3.
Definitely not 2.
He stuck it up last year, but he won like
Did he come in with Wilson or did he not come in with Wilson?
Good question.
I thought he came in with Wilson. I thought they both were on.
I don't think so. I believe this is his
Hold
third
on.
year. I believe it is his 3rd year.
He's with Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Yep. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones. 2021.
Yeah.
That's what.
He was in that one.
But yeah, they're on year 3 now.
Yeah, they're on year 3.
So yeah, that's the difference. Good development, no development. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
If Mac Jones was put in a proper location, if Zach Wilson was put in a proper location or had a good coach to develop under, it wouldn't be the same situation.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. What?
You also have to show a certain amount of skill, and he just wasn't displaying that.
Wait, hold on.
I get what you're saying.
Wait. He had to show somewhat skill for Wilson to earn Offensive Player of the Year. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but for Wilson to earn Offensive Player of the Year, it wasn't all Zach Wilson. It was Zach Wilson, it was Mike White, and it was Joe Flacco. A combination of those guys. The quarterback did not matter to him. He was still, gonna ball out. So
Joe Flacco is just a gunner.
Anything is a testament to Garrett Wilson. It didn't matter in his rookie year. Did not matter the rotation of quarterbacks. He was still going to catch the ball and go off. You also had the emergence of Breece Hall. I believe that helped as well until he injured himself. So I don't think that his success was anyway truly related to Zach Wilson. However, I do agree that if Zach Wilson was maybe placed in a different situation, just with some real seemingly guidance, maybe.
Coach would care. A coach would care, I'll say.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything negative about Robert Saleh. I just think that, Bill Belichick, that coaching staff, they're used to developing guys. Brady was a undrafted 6th-round pick, something like that, whatever. So it's one of those things where it's just like they're willing to recognize, a guy's skill set and, bring him up. So now that they've got the new offensive coordinator, Mac Jones looks great out there. He doesn't even have a true number 1,
Yeah, they don't have a number 1 at all, which is crazy. But I'm pretty sure all their receivers still managed to get over 15 fantasy points this week. They're at least their top 2.
Mac Jones was the number 2 quarterback in fantasy on the week.
24.32 if I'm correct in PPR.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Yes, sir.
Kendrick Bourne was on that list. Kendrick Bourne, I think, finished with like 15.7. And then who else am I missing? I think Nelson Aguilar too, if I'm correct.
You're missing one more though.
He was like at 7.3, if I'm correct, 7.8, one of those two.
Somebody went off for that offense, and I forgot who it was. They had like 20.
Kendrick Bourne. I'm pretty sure it was Kendrick Bourne because Ramondre Stevenson, you have him on fantasy. I don't think he had more than 11. But I know Kendrick Bourne had 15. Who's the top?
But even still,
top fantasy player of the week was definitely Calvin Ridley for sure, if I'm correct.
The gambling man himself.
Big man Ridley. Was it?
Yeah.
I think so. Or shit. It may have been, unfortunately, y'all defense.
That defense put up like 30 some points.
Defense had like 32 points in PPR.
It was absolutely insane.
I don't see that happening again, but I mean, I'll respect it for the week it happened.
I mean,
40 points actually. Put up 40 points.
No, we're talking about the fantasy points.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, they put up 40 fantasy points?
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, that's absurd.
You have 40 fantasy points with their defense?
Oh, so I didn't start them because I was like, it's the first week. I don't want to start Dallas. They might be up, just on some weird first week stuff. I'm just like, I don't like doing that. So I was like, let me go with like another defense. They got me 7 points, but Dallas had
40 points on the bench.
Yeah, 40 points on the bench. Yeah. I mean, I still won my week, but
that defense alone might have beat any. Hey, let me just say this: that defense on your bench alone might have outbeat everybody else's bench in your league just with that defense.
Probably so. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, they had
just
40.
with that defense on your bench.
That's crazy because they had 40. The score was literally 40. They put up 40 points on their stat. That's pretty wild.
That's fucking sad.
For my scoring, for how I have it set up, they put up 40 points.
That's crazy, but. Yeah, I mean, speaking of 40 fantasy points, they put up 40 points in real life too. But is the real story that the defense is the key here? Or the Giants are the Giants just really that bad?
Well, the New York Giants are always Daniel Jones got his contract off the back of Saquon Barkley, who had to fight with other running backs to get a 1-year deal.
Which is absurd.
It's just Saquon and just a bag of dust, in my opinion. I mean, like Daniel Jones, he's a mobile quarterback. He can move when he needs to, pick up yards with his feet. I mean, he's not the worst passer. I think he needs better receivers overall. And I think he got a lot done last year with some, pretty mediocre pass catchers. But I mean, without Saquon Barkley, he does not have the season he has last year. They do not beat the Giants. The Giants do not beat the Vikings, in the postseason. To expect that team to beat the Cowboys, knowing the guys we have on defense, the guys we have at cornerback, the guys we have on the line, our linebackers, was absurd. I didn't think they'd win, but I did think that, Daniel Jones' athleticism at least kind of keep the game alive a little bit. I was completely wrong. The Dallas defense is just that real. Nothing could be done about that. I mean, he made some bad decisions even when he did have a little bit of time. And when he wasn't making bad decisions, the defense overwhelmed him. I mean, there was nothing he could do. I mean, there was a play where Saquon had caught the ball. He was moving. Dude got hit so hard, the ball flew out of his hand and was caught and returned for a touchdown. I mean, what can you do about that? Nothing. So,
go ahead.
I think they beat the crap out of the Cardinals, though, this upcoming week. I think the Cardinals are probably the worst team in the NFL. So
yeah, I mean, if this is a real test right here, if they don't beat the Cardinals, then we really know what the Giants are about.
The Commanders beat the Cardinals.
I mean, they barely beat the Cardinals. I knew it was going to happen, they beat them.
Called that comeback, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
the Commanders are the Commanders are a quarterback away. But
you've got good pass catchers and a good defense. I'll give them that.
Sav, are you going to say something, or is it going to be?
No, that was it.
So I can give my excerpt on how we feel about the Cowboys versus the Giants game.
Go ahead. That was it. I'm done.
We can dive in there.
Go ahead and
Talking about
dive.
Trayvon Diggs forcing that interception to Deron Bland, or how Fowler, Michael Parsons, the entire front line of Diggy just getting into Daniel Jones. But I do think that their offensive line struggles. They did say that Evan Neal had an issue with the Dallas Cowboys pass rush last year. So I do think our defense gelling together one more year, especially with Dan Quinn, it gave us an advantage this week at least. So we have a
21-17.
I'm not entertaining you right there. But
Brees Hall
we
with
have a
2 touchdowns on the ground. I'm calling that shit right now.
we have a legitimate test this week against the New
2
York
touchdowns
Jets.
on the ground for Brees Hall. If Brees don't play, Dalvin's still gonna have 2 on the ground, and Garrett Wilson will have 1. That's how that game's gonna go for you guys. It's unfortunate. You guys are. This is what you guys do. You guys ride high on a high horse. We don't want. Oh, we won by 40. We're big dogs now. Ooh. Chest gets humble.
None of us on this cast has said anything too big doggy or anything out of line. We were just
I'm speaking of team related. Don't be biased. I'm speaking team related.
No, you said that we got big dog. I was just telling you that none of us did that.
As people who are Cowboys enthusiasts. Mm-hmm. As a player, when you win by 40, you have the best score in the league. You're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna feel big. You're gonna feel like a big dog, correct?
I think that we, play good football. We play good football. We're moving to the next week. I think that everybody's focused week by week. You play the game to win. You play to win the game, right? Cowboys won. No matter what the score is, the Cowboys won. I think Michael Parsons and Dan Quinn, they have this defense ready to go. I think this week our offense is going to have to play a little bit more because this Jets defense, as we said previously, they are an elite unit. They, across the board, are very strong, very solid. I don't think this is a situation where the Cowboys feel like, we're the big dogs on the block. It's just 1 week. We have a lot to prove. We have a lot of football left to play. The New York Jets.
So you're telling me you win by 40 and you don't feel some type of way?
No, I didn't do a whole bunch of trash talk this week. I didn't say anything.
I'm not talking. I'm not.
The Cowboys are excited that they won the game. I think they feel good about winning the game. Whether it was by 40 or 4. Whether it's by 40 or 4, we're excited to win the game. It's the same result. They played an excellent game. Very few miscues. The offense has to clean itself up. We're going to be missing Brandon Cooks. So we have to clean it up. Maybe we make a trade for Mike Evans. I don't know.
I think you guys should, because without Tony Pollard, I don't think your offense is movable, personally. But that's neither here nor there. But the only thing I was saying is, as a player, when you win by 40, there's a different type of mental you have versus winning by 4. That's what I was saying.
Those are immature players. I think that
the other team didn't score any points. I mean, that's like that's
the best game of the week. You had the game of the week on Monday night. You're going to feel some type of way. Your head's going to be placed. Let's be realistic.
I don't think so. I think
we all gone to school the next day after a blowout and felt like that guy.
But this is different because we're not going back to school. We have multiple
games
left to play. We're professional athletes.
Press. It's high school. It's high school for adults.
But we're not the Cowboys. We're not outlandish. There wasn't too many sound bites except for with Jerry Jones and his whatever he has going on. Aside from that, I think the Cowboys and Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn has that defensive unit locked in. We're here to play football, man. It's nothing about all the theatrics, none of the extracurriculars. We're here to play football, and that's it, man. Everybody has to line up on both sides of the ball. And that's just what that is. We have a test. The West Coast offense with Mike McCarthy. We're going to have to see what's going on. We have to really see what's going on. We have a real test on defense. Not to say that the Giants weren't a test, but they didn't show up this week. So now the Cowboys have got to come out here and play football this week. We have the New York Jets without Aaron Rodgers. But as you said, Zach Wilson was under Aaron Rodgers for X amount of months. So maybe he was cultivated a little bit. Maybe Robert Saleh took a little bit of time to nurture Zach Wilson. So we'll see. Last time the Cowboys played the Jets, they were upset in 2019 in New York.
I remember that.
So, I remember that game as well. Dak Prescott decided to try to come back at the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, a little too late.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is 6 months of Aaron Rodgers versus 2 years of not having a quality quarterback coach is gonna go a long way, in my personal opinion. I'm not disrespecting.
So which one is it? Is it going to be the run game or the pass game that's going to beat us? Which one is it?
What do you mean? Okay, so that's still. I said Garrett Wilson will have a touchdown. So, and they're still going to try to get to McCole. So, in my honest opinion, I'm gonna put this. I'll put the lay in. I'll put the lay in on this. I got Zach Wilson over 200, one throwing touchdown. Brees Hall on the ground, 2 running touchdowns. If Brees plays, if Brees doesn't play, I got Dalvin with 1 on the ground, Garrett Wilson with 2.
Hey, Sav, how many times is Wilson getting sacked?
I'll give you 2.
2.
Okay,
I'll give you 2.
interesting.
He
Okay.
gets knocked out the game.
Hmm?
I think he gets knocked out the game.
So you think he
Wow.
gets knocked out the game?
That
Yeah, like just like like whether it's a coach's decision or whether it's Zach's decision, I think he gets knocked out the game. Just like oh, we're getting beat, let's go ahead and put the backup in type of situation.
I'm not going to say that, but I do think that Zach Wilson is going to get hit a lot of times.
he got
Yeah.
sacked twice against the Bills.
Yeah, gets sacked twice. Getting hit, I definitely think he's gonna get hit, but he's gonna get the ball off before he gets hit, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
No. I watched a play the other night where this man had the ball and ran back like 25 yards and then try to throw the ball away or something like that. Like he's making poor
You
decisions.
don't think number 11's gonna catch him?
That's the thing. He'll probably catch him. Like I think he thought he was gonna get away with some stuff the other
No,
night.
no.
Like,
I was asking Sav. I mean, because he's saying he's
I
only
can't-
getting
I
sacked twice.
Eleven's definitely gonna catch him.
That man is an animal, bro. That man does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, bro. And there's not really much the Jets offensive line can do to contain him. So it's really gonna depend on how defensively you guys attempt to attack them. Once again, I feel like they have speed on you guys as far as receiver wise, in my personal opinion. I feel like the receivers will burn your corners. Personally, that's personal opinion. But
Okay.
it's just one of those things where it's gonna be like you guys said, Zach making sure he can get the ball where he needs to get the ball. Zach gets the ball where he needs to get the ball. I see it being a good game because I don't have faith in Dak. I don't have faith in Dak personally.
That's nobody does. So that's
I mean,
Yeah.
that's another
We
thing.
don't. We don't need to. We don't need to. I have faith in the defense. I have faith in that defense.
So when your defense, that's fine. I'm outnumbered here, so it's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it tonight.
And
It's not worth it tonight.
He's just gonna throw it.
It's
Not worth it tonight. I'm outnumbered tonight. We'll wait till Sunday. I'll play if it'll be even.
It won't be.
Huh?
exactly. It won't.
Why won't it be?
It would be 4. It would be 4-on-2.
Your numbers, they're not adding up.
Oh, that's right. He is.
Yeah, the numbers aren't adding. I was like, what math is he doing?
I forgot about
Demarcus
him.
Lawrence, Sam Williams, Odigizua, Jonathan Hankins,
Who gets the first sack on
Michael
Zach?
Parsons,
I bet the Cowboys players.
Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler.
No,
I mean,
you're
you
gonna
have
get
to-
it. No, you're gonna get it. It's gonna be like that. Like it's like no, you get
Again,
it.
I'm not bragging because again they beat us last time, and we have issues with the run. But you're talking about the receivers and all that, and that's
We do
fine.
have issues with the run.
But the
and
thing is,
that
yeah, we
is
have
our
issues
biggest
with the
problem.
run. That's going to be our bit. That's going to be our issue whether they can run the ball. But the issue is, as
They
far as
can run the ball.
passing, I'm not okay. That's fine. What I'm saying to you is, you're talking about the receivers going to burn our cornerbacks. You have to have time to throw the ball.
Right. That's what I said. I just said that. I specifically stated if Zach Wilson can place the ball where he needs to place it.
But how is he going to place it if he has no time?
That's what I meant by placing it. Like if he gets the time.
Okay. Got it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
the
should have
English
meant
language
time
is-
for clarification, but I
English
thought
is hard for me. I needed to. My bad. I need to.
But yeah, I understand that. But like I said, they're definitely gonna run the ball a lot for sure. And once again, it's gonna depend on if Brees.
If we go up early, they're gonna have to pass. That's what the Giants had to do. 7 sacks later.
Like I said, I got Jets scoring the first touchdown. Unless it's Tony Pollard on the ground. You guys, Dak is not trustworthy. As a receiver, I'm like, damn, am I gonna get the ball? That's how I have to go in every game with that man.
Bro,
Me
he
looking
had one bad
He
year.
said he
last year,
wasn't gonna do it,
He
and
had
he's back
one
in the
bad year
trenches.
last year, and he still threw 23 touchdowns.
He's back
What
in
are
the
you talking
trenches with
about?
Tommy.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's still a top 10 passer in the league. What are we talking about?
Currently,
You cannot You cannot.
All
Yes,
right,
one
let's
thousand
move on.
percent.
Let's move off Mr. Prescott. I think we've discussed him enough. We've discussed
Yeah, we
him.
can definitely get into him on
Can't
Sunday.
name 10 quarterbacks
Sunday
better than
morning.
Dak Prescott.
Sunday
Hey,
morning.
look, we can get
Sunday
into
morning,
we
I
can
have it.
yeah we
It's
can
gonna,
get
gonna
all
take you 3 days to figure it out.
No, we're moving on. That's why
no
I have
yeah. We're getting about it